Alex from Referable, and today I'm going to show you how to send a personalized referral card systematically or programmatically so that it happens according to an event that's happened somewhere in a software that is not referable. We're going to do that with something called Webhooks, and I'm going to explain what they are and how it all works. What I do want to show, first of all, though, if you are just wanting to send them individually, really easy to do from the Referable, anywhere in Referable. Just click the plus button up in the top right-hand corner, click Add Referrer, name, email, phone number, and then that'll make these available, and you can send an SMS. It's the best way to send these is with an SMS. And when you're sending an SMS, you can customize it. One really important thing to note with however you're sending your referral cards, whether it is one-on-one or via webhook, make sure that you've activated your wallet and you've got some money in your wallet, because SMSs cost money and Referable doesn't cover that. So you need to make sure you've got some cash available. That's really easy to do. It's covered in a separate video, but it's just company and then, it's not, it's billing. If you go billing and then wallet, you'll be able to top up your wallet. All right. So first of all, I just want to explain sort of what webhooks are. They're just a way to send information from one software application to another. The most common way that people will do this is through typically Zapier or Make, or increasingly High Level is now becoming very popular. I will be showing you the High Level example today. I'm going to be doing that through my software, which is called Client OS. But if you've got another version of High Level, then it all works the same way. So just to understand sort of the theme of what we're doing, a webhook is basically something happens in one software. So for us at Voyage, it is someone booking an introductory appointment with us. When they do that, as soon as someone books an intro appointment on our software, which is all hosted on High Level, that will then, it'll do a couple of things. But one of the things it'll do is High Level will then send a webhook, which is all that clients or leads information. So it bundles up the information and it says, here's all the information to Referable. Referable ingests that information, and then it'll take the appropriate action that we set for it, which in this case is sending a referral card. So something happens, this triggers an event. The variables of that event are then sent to Referable. So hopefully nice and simple. Referable also has the option to send to be the one that triggers the event. So if you've had a new referral created in Referable, and there's a couple of others as well, but that would be the main one, we can send that information onto a piece of software like High Level. So it goes both ways. All right, so just so you understand, basically from the beginning, we are going to be, this is in my Client OS. You'll see intro chat appointment confirmation. So if you're setting this up in High Level or in Client OS, go to Workflows, intro chat appointment confirmation, and you'll be able to set the trigger. And I'm not going to help you with setting setting workflows up in High Level. You can figure that out, or if you're wanting my version of Client OS, I can probably talk to you about that. But we've got a bunch of different advisors. Whenever someone books an appointment, they're going to come through here, and that is the trigger. Now, there are a couple of actions that occur as a result of that. For us, we send the appointment confirmation saying this is your appointment time and just confirming that. They get an email as well confirming the appointment. We'll just go cancel. What happens immediately after that is that we've got something called Send Referable Card. So this is a custom webhook, and I'll show you basically how to fill all of this information in. But before we do that, we need to go back to Referable. So to enable us so that any system, whether it's Make or Zapier or High Level, knows what to send to Referable, we need to structure the webhook called an API request. We need to structure it inside Referable. So we're going to go back to Referable. I want you to come down into Company and Settings, and you will need to be on the business plan in order to access this. Come to the Integration Builder. The first thing you're going to need to do is create an API. So an API key, I should say. The API key basically just gives authorization, and it allows Referable to recognize where the information is coming from and to what business account it needs to be applied to. So enter that information in here. If you just go, add, call it whatever you want. I've called mine Client OS, but you can call it literally anything. It doesn't matter. Click Save, and then you'll be able to copy this. Just ensure that you keep this somewhat private, because API keys can be stolen and used for nefarious purposes. And then you'll see these are all the actions that can be triggered at the moment inside Referable. We'll probably have more coming, but at the moment, the biggest one is going to be send a referral card via SMS or email. Another pretty big one is probably going to be create a new referral, but create a new task, connection. There's a few others. Some of these aren't even available to you yet. They're in the background, stuff that I've been building. But let's just go with this one because this is the one we've got a video on, sending a referral card via SMS. So what we're going to want to do is come down and select, I've called it send business card here, but this is what we want to do. So send business card, step 1. Step 2, we can basically ignore all of this. If we're wanting some external event, some external trigger to always send the same information inside Referable, we can enter that information in here. So if we want some external event to always send this particular person, a referral card to this particular person with this particular phone number and this particular email, then we can do that here. In this case, of course, that's not practicable. We want that information to be sent via the trigger. In this case, the one that we've got in high level. So we're going to leave all of that blank. What we are going to do though, we do want pretty much a standard custom message to be sent. So we're going to enter that in here. So we might go hi, first name. Then we're going to say thanks for whatever the action is. Maybe, thanks for booking. Here's professionals card. Please open and save. And then thanks for booking with, let's say, Voyage Professional. No, we don't want that. Let's delete that. With company. That's better. Here's professional's card. Please open and save. And you've got to make sure that you include the URL. If you don't include the URL, the card URL, then there's going to be nothing sent. So that's really important. So this is, so we basically standardized this, but it's just going to be pulling in the variables that that high level has sent to Referable. All right, professional email. You may want to enter this again if you're always sending the same information. So the card that's sent, basically the system is going to search for this email. It'll search for the email that the card that belongs to this email address, and that's the one it's going to send. We're going to leave that blank as well because we're not always going to want to send the same card because we've got a number of different advisors at Voyage. Okay, so as you're building this, it's going to then live create this API request. So you can see if I'm entering in a specific email, it's going to start entering it in down here. Don't worry about the complexity of this. I'm just going to tell you what to copy and paste. What I would recommend you doing is actually saving this request. So if you did need to come back and change it later, you can do that. Call it whatever you want and just hit save. Okay, so once all that's done, this is all blank. We're not wanting to send out consistently. We're wanting to pull information or have the information sent that's been pulled or pushed from the high level side. We're then going to go just copy. In fact, no, we're not. If you're in Zapier, if you're using Zapier, I believe you can just copy this and then literally just paste it into Zapier and away you go. If that's not the case, let me know, just shoot me a message and I will fix that up and shoot a separate video for Zapier specifically and for Make. But I'm pretty sure it's just copy and paste. High level requires slightly different formatting. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into this high level tab here. And we just need to start copying this information from here into our high level or client OS account. So let's do that now. I'm just going to cancel this. So this is our existing one. I'm going to cancel that. And I'm just going to go start again so you can sort of see what to do. So again, choose your event. That might be lead settled. It might be appointment booked. It can be, you can set up a button inside high level to just go like, click this button and it gets, it'll gather the information in the contact and it'll just get sent. Whatever you want to do is up to you. Maybe it's when like a tag is added, you've got lots and lots of options, but whatever the event is, we're going to want to add an action. I'll just put it at the top here. And I'm not going to save this will be canceled. But you can search for custom webhook. You can see it's in my recent actions. So we're going to add a custom webhook. Now you need to make sure that it is custom. Method is post. The URL we're going to take from here. So you can just click copy, go paste. Authorization is none. The headers are really important. We need 2 headers here. First of all, content type, and we need to copy content type and the X API key without the colons. So content type, X API key. It's going to go there. Content type, we need to then copy this application/JSON. So just that there. Make sure you're not including any additional spaces or anything. The API key is going to be, come back up the top. So I'm not going to copy it because I don't want you to see it, but if you click copy it to the clipboard, and then just paste it in there. Just make sure there's no spaces or anything. And then we can come down to here. So content type can be application JSON. That's totally fine. And then we are wanting to copy this information here. So we're going to click this button, copy. Come into here. We're wanting to delete all of this information and go paste. Now, so the way that it stands, if we were to click save and test, or if the action that you chose is executed inside the system, it will send this sample information, and we do not want to send that, because then it's going to be you're going to be sending John Smith. You're going to be sending an email, an SMS to someone, and it's going to be John Smith. It's all going to be random information. So instead, and I will put this in the help docs. Instead, what we're wanting to do is take. I will actually go into. Let's get rid of you. Go confirm. I will go into the card. This is literally what we're using in our company. We'll come here. What we're wanting to do is copy this information here. So you just need to make sure that you've got the brackets. So bracket, contact.name, close bracket. Same with contact email. Same with the phone. It needs to be contact.phone_raw, because that gives the country code as well. The message, that should actually have been accurate. So the message that we're going to copy, this is the actual message that we want. So that can stay as it is. And then the email of the user that is assigned to the contact. So if you're wanting this to always be standard, you can actually just add alex@voyage.com.au, whatever your email address is. If you just want it, it's always going to be the same. There's no variables. It's always your card. You can just add your email in. If it's going to vary depending on the contact and the action that was taken, then what you need to do is you need to make sure that the user, there's a user assigned to the contact. And I'll just quickly put this on pause and show you. Okay, so to show you what that looks like, you need to make sure that the contact has an owner assigned, because it's going to then send the email address of whatever user is assigned to the contact. Make sure you've got that, otherwise it's not going to work. All right, so coming back into the workflow, let's just open this back up again. I will copy this into the help doc so you can see sort of what this looks like. You just need to make sure that you do have the quotation marks there. It's really, really important that everything is going inside the brackets. And that's pretty much it. So then what you need to do is just go save action. I would highly recommend testing the workflow out. Make sure that you're on the business plan. Make sure that you've got some money in your account. I will remind you of that as well in the help docs. And then hopefully it should work. If it doesn't, just reach out to support and we will do what we can to assist.